I must say that I am very encouraged and very happy that Mr. Diane Batugate got hold of me and got me involved in this project. First of all, it's something in my heart, and I always felt that having lived in Hollywood for 42 years, I thought it was my duty to come back home and share my experiences and kind of share the exposure that I had that many people have not been able to have. I left Sri Lanka when I was 17. I worked on a film called Bridge on the River Kwai as a prop boy. And I don't know, some of you all might not know what a prop boy is. He does everything. He carries the tea bag, he carries the files, we call him a prop man, but he's really what we call a gopher. Go for this, go for that, go for that. So that's how I started my career. But I made a lot of friends, and I made a lot of people happy with my enthusiasm and my hard work. And when they left for England, the production manager said to me, if you ever come to London, look me up. Wrong thing to say to the wrong man. I was on the next ship as soon as they left, and I went to London and I knocked on their door. And they said, oh, you're here already? I said, yes. I said, is there any job you can give me? You promised me a job. So they said, yeah, we are making a film down in Portsmouth, down south. And the director is Sir Carol Reed, famous director. And come down, we'll give you a job. So I went down by train to Weymouth, south of England, and I stood in the bus stand waiting for the bus to take me to Portland. And I heard somebody saying Chandran. Now, I've never been to that area, so I was wondering who knows me here. And it was a Rolls Royce with Mr. William Holden, the famous actor, and he had acted on Bridge on the River Kwai. So I was wondering what was he doing here, and he said, get in the car. Where are you going? I said, I'm going, there's a job for me. And he said, okay, I also have a job on that film. He was the main actor. So when we got there, they realized that we were friends, and then they put me as his assistant. And then we went through that film, and then, I'm talking about networking. Huh? Then I got friendly with William Holden, and he said the same thing. If you ever come to Hollywood, come and look me up. Again, wrong man to say that too. When he left, I hopped on a plane, or a ship those days, ship. And I went to Hollywood, and once again I knocked on his door. And he gave me a job at Warner Brothers. And I worked at Warner Brothers for about 6 years, and I worked with different studios. Now the point I'm trying to make is, first of all, you have to have a dream. People might laugh at you, doesn't matter. You must have the wildest dreams. You must have the highest dreams. And you must work towards it. Whether you make it there or not is not the issue. The issue is trying to get there. Along the way, you will get to some degree of satisfaction for your life. So, I'm writing my autobiography, and the title of it is A Man Becomes His Dream. So, dreams are important. I'm very happy about this competition because, people talk about the film industry. I talk to a lot of students, and I ask them, what do you want to become? I want to become a director. I want to become an actor. I want to become an actress. Basically, everybody talks about directing, acting, actress. But our industry is much more than that. Now, when we are growing up, when I wrote my first script when I was 17, and I went to my father and I said, I'd like to make this film. And my father was an affluent man. He was a wealthy man. And he said, what? He said, go back to school. You got to be a doctor. You got to be a lawyer. You got to be an engineer. Yes, they are wonderful occupations, but there are other things that we are passionate about. How about what we are passionate about? So they made, you say, film business? That's not a good business to be in. But when you think of it, there are so many careers in the film business. Art director, sound designer, animator, production manager, accountant, you name it. There are so many occupations and they are highly paid. And this business is flourishing all over the world. Sorry to say, except our country. Now, why don't we go to our neighbor and say, Machan, මොකද්ද ඔයා හොඳට කරන්නේ? අපි වැඩේ හරියන්නේ නැහැ මේ පැත්තේ. ඕගොල්ලෝ මොනවද හොද්දට කරන්නේ කියලා හිතන ගිහලා ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. අපි අල්ලපු ගෙදර කියලා වහන්නේ. ඇයි? අපිට දන්නවා අපිට හිතන්නේ අපිට ඔක්කොම දන්නවා කියලා. අපිට දන්නේ නැහැ. You think so the exposure that I have had, it'll be really bad if I do not share it with the young people of Sri Lanka. And with the help of Diane and the Trico, all the sponsors, we have put this competition together to test the talent of our country. Now, I lived in Hollywood for 42 years, and I came back to Sri Lanka. I'm a Sri Lankan. I'm a Sri Lankan citizen, and I'm Sri Lankan. So now, my idea is to give global exposure to the young filmmakers of our country. So with the help of Diane and our group of people, we are going ahead with that. First thing we've started is this international short film festival, and that way we test talent. Having worked on many films, Hollywood films, I brought to Sri Lanka. I know what the talent is here. We have excellent cameramen. We have excellent art directors. We have all our people are very. God has blessed us with talented people in our country. There's no doubt about it. But they don't have the opportunity. So because when you go to dad, තාත්තට ගියාම තාත්තා කියන්නේ ඉස්කෝලේට යන්න ඉංග්‍රීසි මේ දොස්තර වෙන්න lawyer වෙන්න. ඒ වගේ විතරයි. So for those things, when the levels of education, එතන නගින්න දොස්තර වෙන්න, or to become a lawyer or an engineer. But there is nothing for the film industry, nothing for the creative industry. So that's what we have all got together with Diane and Future Lanka. And we are going to organize, we are going to have an academy where you can select a subject. First of all, you want to be a filmmaker, yes, but what part of the filmmaking process are you interested in? Koi department ekada oni. We might be good at one thing and better at something else. So you decide what you're going to be and then follow that career. Become an art director, become a production accountant even. Or anyway, as I said, animator, sound design, wardrobe design, construction. There's various aspects of the industry, various occupations in the industry which are very well paid. I mean, these jobs are not just minor jobs, Now, for instance, when a foreign film comes here to Sri Lanka, and they hire my people, say an Englishman comes here, he has made 2 films, or he has worked on 2 films, and then he's talking to my boy who has done 15 films, So now, just because he's a foreigner, there is no comparison between the two. My guy is far superior to the foreigner who has come from England to help shoot a film. So the talent is here, people are here. And we have to educate the young or help the young educate themselves to join this industry. So it's not only acting, not only directing, there are a lot of other aspects and departments in this industry. Now this is the first step. Diane and group have created this situation where the young talented people from young students from all over the country. I don't know how many schools. How many schools? A lot of schools, huh? 50. More than 50 schools have participated. Now, what an amazing thing that is. For me, that's a very thrilling thing when he said 50 schools have participated. It's great. So we have to give you, we are there to give you the support. So to bring out your talent and show the world. And we must also think not just about Sri Lankan audience. Yes, we love our country, we love our culture, we love our stories. But you must make the story entertaining. The word entertaining is the most important thing. Even if you want to make a part of our history, make it entertaining. If you don't, then make a documentary and call it a documentary. So the whole idea is learn the art of filmmaking. So you young people have started, and I welcome you all. And we look forward to serving you all further with our academy that we are starting, where you can spend maybe 2 years specializing in some subject and then going abroad for 1 year to get a degree in filmmaking. There are a lot of things possible. And now we are open to that, and we are going to go forward with it. So I welcome you all. I thank you all for coming and sending in your short films. So we have selected the right ones for the prize giving. So nice to see you all and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Definitely feel blessed to have heard these words. Thank you, Mr. Chandran Rutnam.